Well, for the good of the order, we'll call the September, getting ahead of myself, the July Board of Regents meeting to order. I want to thank everybody for attending. Do want to express gratitude in the middle of a Montana summer for everyone making time both online and joining us in person today. Contrary to maybe public opinion, the business of the university system does not end for the summer at the end of the semester. So again, thank you to everyone in attendance today. A quick introduction. As we know, Jasmine, who works in this office, has had a baby. So congrats to Jasmine, and a big thank you to Leanne Kurtz for taking on a second job of stewarding this group. And with that, Leanne, would you please take roll?
Sure. Chair Buchanan.
Present.
Regent Bao.
Present.
Regent Dombrowski.
Present.
Regent Southworth.
He's there.
He's here. Regent Folkvord.
Here.
Regent Hoyer.
Present.
Regent Jasper.
Here.
Commissioner Christian.
Here.
Governor Gianforte, represented by Rachel Green.
Here.
Superintendent Hedelin, represented by Craig Behringer.
Present.
About a quorum, Mr. Chair.
Excellent. Thanks, Leanne. And again, thank you for all you've done to prepare us for this meeting. Just want to reiterate gratitude to everyone around the table as we discuss higher education topics and look at the state, national, international landscape. I think it's clear to us it's never been more important about this focus and this investment, and probably feels like we've never felt as many headwinds. And I don't know if it's an anticipation of headwinds that we are seeing articulated, but I know that this group and the commitment that we make collectively towards championing higher ed in the state of Montana is going to help us keep the state of Montana in a healthy position. So thank you very enthusiastically for your commitment. I'm excited to announce some new committee leadership, but I want to start by thanking Regent Dombrowski for the numerous hats she's worn over the years. She's been our budget director up until this cycle, and Regent Bao, thanks for your help with ARSA heading into this academic cycle. Thankful to Regent Southworth for stepping into the chair of the budget committee. Regent Folkvord will take over academic research and student affairs. We appreciate that. And just super excited with the goal that we know we need to increase our relationship and connectivity with K through 12. Having a sitting superintendent, Heather Hoyer, Regent Hoyer, taking on the role of our two-year committee. I really want to extend my gratitude to you guys for that leadership. And I'm also really excited to introduce our newest student regent. We just came from executive session where we did evaluations for President Bodnar at the University of Montana and for Commissioner Christian. And immediately the new student regent, Carter, Regent Jasper, stepped in with very valuable input. For those of you that don't know Regent Jasper, we're sure excited. He's a senior at the University of Montana, a political science major. As he just shared, he was one of a 13-member graduating class from St. Regis. He is attending the Davidson Honors College, a member of the Frankie Global Leadership Initiative participant. Impressive resume, Montana 4-H Board of Directors, Max S. Bacchus DC Leaders Program participant, a Sigma Chi fraternity president, as President Bodnar pointed out. The presidents have already been interacting together. Member of the UMN Fraternity Council, Vice President of Judicial Affairs. And most importantly, as we've gotten a chance to visit with Regent Jasper, we share some priorities: access, quality, affordability, and student success. So if you wouldn't mind welcoming me or joining me in welcoming Regent Jasper to the table.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Being appointed to be the student regent isn't something that you really expect until you get appointed. So I'd like to thank the governor for placing his faith in me. I'm very humbled by that and very excited to get to work. But I also realize that you don't get to a position like this without a loan. And I'd like to thank my two biggest supporters, my parents, my mom and my dad, and also all the friends, fraternity brothers, teachers and mentors that have been a positive impact on me along the way. They are the reason why I'm in this chair today, and I'm forever grateful to them. But to look forward, I am filled with excitement. Listening to the state of the university system, I know that it's strong, and I know that it has the potential to get stronger. And in my one short year, I hope to do my part to leave the university system better than I found it. So I give you my time, I give you my energy, and I give you my talents. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I yield back. Thank you.
Yeah, again, we're eager and excited to see what role you're able to carve out for yourself. And as you'll see, I think you'll find a group of colleagues that are also excited about helping you find your footing and launching any initiatives that you identify as a priority for the year. So welcome to the table. Really excited about it. A couple more acknowledgements. Campus leadership, faculty, staff, and admin that are joining us. Again, we know that commencement doesn't start a 3-month vacation. We know you're busy wrapping up what you've done. I hope you've taken a lot of gratitude in reflecting on a record level of graduates at many of our campuses last year. Great work. And as we tackle summer initiatives, thank you for carving out time to join us today. We're thrilled to be representing you all in your efforts, something we're all very proud of. We recognize that. I see on the Zoom screens with us, it's official. Starting July 1st in an official capacity, we have some very exciting new leadership that's joining us. President Tessman, I don't know if you're in Bozeman today or not, but it's sure great to see you. We know you've been connecting and connecting with folks all across the system, certainly with your team at Bozeman. We know how hard you've been working. We're super excited about you joining us. And Chancellor McLean, thank you for joining us from Butte. I would say the same. We have a lot of people around the state that are not bashful to share when they have opinions about new leadership, and we're hearing a ton of enthusiasm about the two of you joining us, and we're just excited that you're jumping right in and look forward to your contributions not only today, but as we kick off the planning for another academic year. Thank you guys for joining us. Commissioner's office, same thing. I've had the luxury of being in Helena for a couple of meetings, and this place is hopping. Even though we're out of an academic year preparing, I've been really grateful for the support you've given a couple of initiatives I've been involved in. Do want to thank Angela McLean, Leanne, Allie, and the others that helped with the group that hosted a delegation of community college administrators from Ecuador. We had an agenda. I tend to take a lot of pride in running an agenda on time. That one got away from us. You guys not only were gracious and continuing your time, but I understand that even Christine led a group with you to take these folks out and have a glass of wine and continue that great conversation. So really grateful for your work on that. Also important to note, House Bill 2 has been signed. We were excited at our last meeting that it was headed to the governor's desk. To the team there, Galen, Joe, Allie, Leanne, everybody that's on that group, Mr. Stevenson. Wow, good job. Record-setting effort on behalf of this office. Thank you for your leadership. We're just thrilled about that. All of us are here fulfilling a constitutional commitment we've got to champion higher ed in the state. And as we're going to visit later today in our planning session, a lot to build on. And as we talked as a group in preparing for this, a lot of success to leverage. So I think that's a call. Let's not let too much grass grow under our feet over the summer. Hope everyone does get an appropriate break, but lots of work to do. And again, just a collective thank you to everybody and what we've done to position Montana as a leader across the country in higher education in so many lanes. I'm again, personally very proud to be able to be a part of the group that represents the efforts across the MUS. So thank you so much. Quick review of the agenda. We'll start after we do a little bit of early business to get a Commissioner Christian's report and make a couple of introductions. Excited to meet both Rachel Green and Craig Behringer. We'll give you some time to share some perspective on your collective offices and the vision for what we should be focusing on. As far as a business agenda, fairly easy today in the sense of not too robust, no specific committee discussions. We will identify some distinguished emeriti professor, which is always an exciting opportunity. And then again, thanks to Ochi for some work on proposing some policy revisions that we think are certainly important to review. As always, we will have public comment. And so if you are watching and have a desire to make public comment, please notify, I suppose, Leanne, it's your email today instead of Jasmine's email, to get that on the list if you're joining us online. And then we will adjourn where this group will spend the bulk of the afternoon talking about what's the top priority for us to focus on. And as we've already preluded, again, feeling like things are going really well under this enterprise. And I don't think that does anything other than motivate us to leverage that. Let's see how hard we can push with fresh leadership across the system, fresh engagement, looking at a new academic year. Really excited about us outlining and refining those priorities this afternoon. I think that's it from my comments. Thank you for allowing me to share. transition into business. I think the first item, and then we'll pass it to Commissioner Christian for his report, is the minutes. Everybody received the minutes from the May meeting. Are there any suggested amendments or changes as they're proposed? Seeing none, we'll accept those minutes. Commissioner Christian,
Thank you.
nice to see you.
Good to see you. Thanks, Chair Buchanan. Thanks for everyone for being here. Welcome to our guests. Appreciate everyone taking time out of their summer to either join us in person or on Zoom today. Like most Montanans, summer moves pretty quickly, and we're hard to believe we're already in the middle of July. But I hope amongst the work that you speak of, everyone's getting a little chance to enjoy a Montana summer with family and friends across the MUS and beyond. I too like to extend my welcome to Regent Jasper to the table. We've had a chance now to visit for a couple different opportunities. Been here a day and a half now to participate in orientation. The rest, our thanks to the governor for another great and excellent choice to the Regents, an outstanding board that dedicates lots of time and energy to us, and we really appreciate the diligence that goes into finding us members that'll support the cause that we're all trying to move forward. So welcome, and look forward to your work on behalf of the students. Interestingly enough, the board policy is pretty clear that the Regents don't represent a constituent group or an area or an institution or a town, or except for the students, and the students clearly represent the student body population. And so I know you'll work hard advocating for that group in the next year. So welcome. I encourage everyone to read through the campus reports. As always, they're posted. Lots of stuff going on there, including an array of achievements and activities that we just went through and changes at the various institutions, which leads me to my official responsibility. I know you mentioned them, Mr. Chair, but I would like to just take a minute to officially welcome to the MUS our two newly minted campus CEOs. Neither who are strangers to Montana, but very fortunate to have them taking on new leadership roles, and that is Dr. Johnny McLean and Dr. Brock Tessman. Both represent what I think is the culmination of a successful, vigorous search process, extensive interviews, extensive public vetting, and I'm just incredibly proud not only of the process that brought them here, but the overwhelming support from their respective search committees and their respective communities that brought them to the table with us today. Just a quick note on each, and then I certainly welcome them to make a comment or two. But Dr. McLean will take over as the 13th chancellor at Montana Tech. He has actually spent the last month and a half now on the job. Started 1st of June in a well-organized transition plan, but really has a fundamental understanding of Montana, is gaining quickly a unique and interesting perspective of Butte and the Montana Tech campus, and just brings lots to the table with his accomplishments, not only as a scientist, but also who has served as provost at Western for the last few years. And we're incredibly fortunate to welcome Johnny to the leadership table. Dr. McLean, if you want to say a word or two, you're welcome to.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Christian, and I couldn't be more excited to be at Montana Tech. The institution is in a very healthy position. Outgoing Chancellor Les Cook had a really positive influence, especially on the student life side of this campus. It's robust now, and we are going to move forward and rejuvenate a focus on our special focus designation as Montana STEM School. I couldn't be more excited. The Montana Tech community and the Butte community have welcomed me with open arms, and I couldn't be more grateful. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you to the board for this opportunity. And I'm very much looking forward to hosting you all here on campus for the September Board of Regents meeting. So I will see you here soon.
Thanks, Chancellor. Welcome to the table. And then, of course, welcome back to the MUS, Dr. Brock Tessman. MSU's, coincidentally, 13th president. We don't necessarily have to line those two up. But in this instance, they have. Brock's experience here in Montana, and now most recently his leadership at Northern Michigan University, demonstrated truly transformable leadership and brings back to Montana a deep well now of administrative knowledge and commitment to student success that I think will guide him and his priorities well as he takes on the eastern side of our enterprise at MSU and its affiliated campuses. Brock understands the land grant mission, what it takes, and he understands what it has taken to get MSU to where it is today. That said, I mentioned to a friend a while back, while I think it has been a fantastic run at Montana State for the last 15 years, I do not believe that campus or its affiliated campuses has reached the summit. I think there's room to grow. As our governor often says, better is always possible. And I think that is absolutely true. And I look forward and I'm very confident in the leadership that President Tessman brings to MSU to continue to move that effort forward, and look forward to the good things that will happen there under his leadership. Brock, if you'd like, welcome and thanks for joining.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Commissioner and Chair Buchanan, members of the board. It is a great day to be a Bobcat. It's a great day to look around the room and see a really great mix of familiar faces and also some new faces. Look, I mean, for I think all of us, it starts and ends with family. And I just want to start by saying our entire family is just so thrilled to be coming home. We've had a great time here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, but really a dream come true for Kristen and Francis and Leona and I to be able to return to the state. And some of that is about the place and the beauty of the place, but a lot of it is really about the people. And been so grateful for the work of the search committee, everyone on campus in Bozeman, members of that community, members of the board for welcoming us back with open arms. Like you said, I mean, MSU is in a very good shape. Many thanks to President Cruzado, and of course, important to mention her team and the students and staff and faculty as well in building such a strong foundation from Montana State University. And that land grant mission, it does line up perfectly with the mission of the MUS. It's access and success. And, you know, that is about our students for sure. And I think we've done a very good job of performing that leg of the land grant mission, providing opportunity to students. I think we'll keep doing that. And I think we can add on top of that, of course, contributions to Montana through workforce and economic development, particularly helping Montana businesses and industry grow through our graduates and placement of our graduates. I think it occurs through our research, which of course is solving problems, creating opportunities that are unique to Montana. And then would be remiss if I did not mention the community development and community engagement through extension and ag. It's a beautiful mission and so excited to join everyone in this room and across the state to help support the next great chapter from Montana State University. Thanks all, and I really look forward to seeing you in person sometime very soon.
Thank you and welcome again. Chancellor and President, look forward to working with both of you. Excited for, we did reviews this morning. As I told the board, I'm just really excited about the opportunity that lays ahead of us across the MUS. And not just the two of you that bring new talent to the table, but we really have a significantly stable, well-versed and well-experienced leadership core at all of our institutions. And I think the work we can do together will be meaningful, and I look forward to that. Anything that I can do or this office, the team here at OCHI to help empower all of you across the MUS, please reach out to us. We look forward to a bright future moving forward together. Mr. Chair, I think we can move on.
Excellent, Mr. Commissioner. Thank you. Appreciate that. That gives me a great opportunity. We're excited to connect with some new faces from critical partners in our world. So the next couple of opportunities to speak, we'll invite Rachel Green from the governor's office to share some thoughts, as well as Craig Berengy from OPI. Rachel, welcome. Please start with any comments you might like to share.
Good afternoon. My name is Rachel Green. I'm the governor's policy director. As many of you know, Dylan Klappmeyer, who was the governor's education and labor policy advisor, is now over at OPI, which we are thrilled that he's in that role, but obviously that he leaves some big shoes to fill. So I'm temporarily filling in this role while I do search for someone who will fit that role. So I'm taking resumes. If you have anyone that you might think would be good in this role, I'm taking resumes. But I do just want to extend my appreciation for the work that you all do on higher education in Montana. We've got such a great relationship with this group as well as the commissioner's office. So thank you for all your work. And also to Regent Jasper. So thrilled that you're in this role and really glad to meet you. I don't have much of an update, but that's kind of the latest from the governor's office.
This is a great opportunity for us to extend our thank you to your office. We certainly, through the last 12 months and preparing for the legislative session, going through the legislative session, felt that we were standing shoulder to shoulder, fighting for higher education in the state. And so please share with the entire executive branch how grateful we are for that partnership. And as we know, especially with this governor, the work is just beginning now that the budget's been approved. So we're ready to keep that partnership in alignment. And we're real grateful you're here with us. Good luck with that search. Mr. Berenger, Craig Berenger, welcome from OPI.
Thank you. I'm Superintendent Hedelin couldn't be here because she's at a conference out of state, so she asked me to sit in. I'm day 8 on the job, but I've been in the public school system for 39 years. I started teaching in Fort Benton in 1986 and left Montana. The past 5 years, I've been the superintendent, Green River, Wyoming, and now looking forward to coming back.
Excellent. Welcome back. One of the common themes that we have about the partnership with our K-12 partners is we've got some hay to harvest or some room to make some advancements, and we're really excited about the tone of leadership coming out of the office. So again, to both partners around the table, critical partners, looking forward to rolling our sleeves up and working hard at it. Important to introduce some friends, Nick and Kurt from the Legislative Fiscal Department. Thanks for joining. We know how important you're going to be in September. We're grateful you're here to get a little context on that. So welcome. Thanks for being here around the table. Okay, I mentioned a small agenda. We could probably hammer through this pretty quickly, so I certainly don't want to overlook the importance and the excitement in a couple of the items. Both items we'll be reviewing today, or both votes will be on a consent agenda unless any member of the board would like to pull an item from the consent agenda. We'll start with the 4 nominees for Professor Emeriti. Any one of those nominees wish to be pulled by a member of the board for further discussion? Told you this was going to be fairly easy, guys. So we would accept a motion to entertain consent agenda items A through D.
So moved.
Thank you very much, Regent Dombrowski. Was there a second? Yes. Thank you, Regent Jasper. Any discussion from members of the board? Any discussion from members of our campuses about these fantastic professors that we get to recognize today? Excellent. Any public comment as it relates to consent agenda items A through D? Seeing none, I'll call for the vote. Those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Action items A through D have passed. Thank you. This July meeting, due to its timing, often allows OCHI an opportunity to reflect on policy revisions. Yep, scared me, Clay. That was
Scared myself. Sorry.
So we have 2 items that we want to review today for action. The first is a policy revision related to item 219. Would entertain a motion from a member of the board to accept policy revision. Thank you, Regent Folkboard.
Second.
Seconded by Regent Jasper. Thank you. Any discussion from members of the board? How about from the campuses? Any public comment as it relates to action item A? Again, thank you for this. Seeing no further comment, I'll call for the vote. Those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Thank you. Opposed, same. Okay, seeing none. Appreciate it. The vote has passed. I will ask Deputy Commissioner Teal for action item B. You want to walk us through this policy item?
Chair Buchanan, happy to. This policy item appeared before the board in draft form at your May meeting. Last year, the U.S. Department of Education, through Title IV financial aid, changed some requirements. They shifted to barring campuses from withholding transcripts from students who had certain types of campus debt. At the time, we provided guidance through a commissioner's directive to campuses to ensure we were compliant. This is just adopting that commissioner's directive guidance into the relevant board policy. So what is here seen in the draft policy is currently in effect in campuses and required under current Title IV participation.
Thanks, Deputy Commissioner Teal. With that, I would entertain a motion from the board for action item B.
So moved.
Thank you, Regent Jasper. A second.
I'll second it.
Thank you, Regent Hoyer. Any discussion from members of the board as it relates to action item B? Any discussion from campus leadership, members of the campus? Seeing none. Any public comment as it relates to action item B? Okay, seeing none, we'll call for the vote. All of those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Action item B passes. Thank you. I don't know what the record is for wrapping up a business agenda. I'm not going to start taking notes either, but with that, we move to a very important part of public representation. Public comment. Since this is a public meeting, I will now call for any public comment. Public comment may be offered on items on this meeting's agenda or on any matter not on the agenda, but under the jurisdiction of the Board of Regents. Written public comment may be sent to Leanne Kurtz at lkurtz@montana.edu. To allow us to give time to everyone who wishes to comment, we will limit comments to 3 minutes. I understand we have at least one member of the public joining us online. Leanne, did we have public comment there?
I guess he didn't, he indicated he was going to provide comment, but
Okay.
he has not.
Okay, well, thank you. I guess I should call for public comment as required by state statute 3 times. Any public comment as it relates to anything under the jurisdiction of the Board of Regents? Any public comment? Well, seeing no further public comment, again, this board and members of the OCHI staff today will be joining for a planning session. We really do look forward to hearing about the time you do get off this summer to celebrate with your families and celebrate the great work of the MUS and get re-energized as we get ready to kick off a new academic cycle. So with that, seeing no other comments from members of the board, we'll adjourn. Thank you.